so right here our render is done. It took almost about an hour for this resolution. So if you have a higher resolution and quality, obviously this will take longer time. We'll go ahead and save this as the PSD image and going inside the Photoshop and do some small adjustments here. Overall, it's already look nice. What I want to do is bring a little bit more color vibrance on the skies, maybe increase contrast in some places and details for our plants. And also, if we look closer, you can see this is full resolution. Again, some graininess. It's because kind of lower quality on the render, but I think it's already look nice. And let's work on this image. Okay, one thing what we're going to do, we're going to create a new copy of the layer. You can do in Photoshop by pressing Ctrl J. So we'll copy the layer below. So now I want to add some extra kind of contrast to some areas, and we'll do this by switching this image to the soft light. Okay, next we'll go image adjustments and we'll use the black and white. Right here you can see we can increase, decrease some contrast, and I want to do this for the clouds. Okay, as well we can increase some for our plants to make darker. Okay, we'll save on the black and white. Next, let's go to work shadows in highlights. So we can bring a little bit in here. Okay, right here you can see we already kind of bring details and curves in some areas. Okay, and we can add a little bit more smooth by using blur on this. You can see it's give it kind of like interesting effect, almost dreamy look. But let's go to maybe about 1.9 on a blur, and we'll go to just slightly, maybe about 40% on this. The next we'll go and apply edge sharpness to this, and I like to do this by using overlay and filter high pass, and for this resolution 1 pixel will be fine. You can see right here we have a nice edge defining. Okay, can go preview. If it's a little bit too sharp, you can always take a little bit down. Okay, next I want to add a little bit sharpness to the area right here with the grass, and I will create 2 new layers by pressing Shift Ctrl Alt E to create this combine. Select 2 top layers, group them, overlay, vivid light, Ctrl I to inverse the top layer, and we'll go filter blur, and we'll use its surface blur for this. And right here you can see we have it 9 radius pixels. We can go maybe even to 7. See if the sharpness will. And you can, like in these areas right here, you can see the sharpness increasing right in those areas. So this is mostly very gentle in this case, but you can see like in these areas. But for example, I like right here, but I don't like when it increases in some other areas, so I'll create a new mask for this. We'll take a brush on a black color, and I will actually, let's set to the 60, and I will paint off the details in an area where I don't want them. Kind of have it one have little bit more of the kind of distance look in these areas. Right here maybe. Maybe it on the bottom. Okay, if you also like to use brushes, you can add some effect. Let's create new layer. Okay, our brush to white. Set, we'll go set this opacity to 100%. Okay, let's go to our brushes and we can use it some cloud brushes like this one. Okay, and we can just add, let me reduce maybe a little bit size, add a little bit more interesting effect, clouds right around there. Okay, we can select different from this angle. Okay, I'm just looking, probably fog a little bit after. I'm just looking also where's the lighting on the clouds going from the right direction. And right here where it's darker, kind of add a little bit more. And next I'll create new layer. You can add more clouds, and sometimes you maybe want to go even a little bit darker and add them maybe around these areas. But on this point, I'll say I'm going new layer, and I'm going to select kind of more fog haze. You can preview right here and add maybe some area around here, just very slightly. Okay, if it's too aggressive, you can always put it down opacity and bring just a little bit in. A little bit on the edges added, and this a little bit longer just around this area. Kind of like almost haze going. Okay, let's make a little bit longer right on the edge. This one should be work good for this. Okay, and one to another edge, just a little bit right here. Again, this is optional, but you can see it's add kind of a little bit more fog mystery look to this. Next, what I'm going to do is actually using filter forge for this. Just overall add tunnel correction and sharpness. If you don't have it filter forge, you can download it, and it's have 30 days trial. As well, all of these plugins that you have, they're all free, and I'm going to use just one that I created for Geekatplay, so you can search for mine and download it all free. Right here, for example, it's color tunnel correction, and I'm just looking which one kind of give me interesting theme. This one a little bit warmer, I probably like that one. So you can see it's applied a little bit sharpness more, and as well it gives some tunnel correction, but again I don't want for the sky, so I'm going set another mask, and on this mask actually we'll take a tool. Let's go right here, we'll select white brush. Okay, let's reduce size. You can reduce by using bracket keys. Okay, we'll go set to about 7, and I'm just start painting out right around top, so the filter kind of working different. Okay, next let's merge together, and based on this one, sometimes I like to merge so I can work my way out and don't use the other ones. I want to use the color balance, but for this balance I will only look on the sky, so I will ignore everything right here. This is what I want to work just with the skies right now, so I'm adding a little bit colder look to the shadows. Let's see if our mid-tones, right here, okay, and highlights. Okay, so right here again, look on just the sky, and again with mask, we'll just take a mask, fill up with a black. We'll take our brush and start painting in colors on a sky where I want to apply them. Maybe leave it right here. So kind of. Okay, this is one correction. We can also apply similar correction to other ones. So we'll go on the color balance, and now I'm only watching on the bottom which one. So we'll just add kind of greenish look right here. Maybe a little bit heavier in the shadows. Okay, same way we're going to fill up with a black brush and brush in the color correction. Some of them is not very strong, but overall you can see it's kind of slightly adjustments. Okay, we can also to do with the curves, add a little bit more contrast in other ways, but overall this is how we're going to do next. I want to add to this just a little bit more sharpness again, because I'm going this as illustrations what I like it. You can go more dreamy way, and for the dreamy wave you can create one going to the blur, add Gaussian blur, probably about 2 pixels for this one, and switch to the soft light. So this is darker, or screen if you want to have it a little bit brighter, softer. So this is if you like to do kind of more dreamy look, so you can apply this way. For example, I like more sharpness. Okay, let me go delete this layer, and for the sharpness again it's a little bit other way. So I'm going to create new layer, filter, sharpness, unsharp mask, and we can go from very crazy to just very subtle. Let's click OK. Okay, and let's add a little bit of the border around this. So I'm taking a curve, create all the way down. We'll go ahead and let's create probably closer to this edge around here, mask. We'll go to fill up. So you can see right here we have the border. Next we're going to the mask for this curve. Take a feathers and going maybe around 70 right here. And next let's switch layer type to soft light. And you can see right here we added nice kind of border which give it attention more to the middle. Overall in the end we can go ahead and add a little bit play with vibrance and saturation, create kind of old painting effect. Here around, it's all slightly changes. Again, let's group them together, and right here you can see this is before and after. So just a little bit enhancement. We don't have that dramatic big enhancement, but it just create kind of interesting more look to our image. Thank you for watching this tutorial from Geekatplay Studio. Please remember visit us on the web is www.geekatplay.com.